Metals. In this module, we will learn about metals. Metals. Metals are substances that exhibit the following physical and chemical properties. They conduct heat and electricity. They are shiny in appearance, ductile and malleable, high density. General structure of metals. Metals are solids that are structures of atoms held together by metallic bonds. Arrangement of atoms. There are mainly three types of arrangement. 12 coordination. Most metals are closely packed, that is, they fit as many atoms as possible into the available volume. In this arrangement, each atom has 12 touching neighbors. Each atom has 6 other atoms touching it in each layer. Such a metal is described as 12 coordinated. There are also 3 atoms touching any particular atom in the layer above and another 3 in the layer underneath, forming the closed packed structure. This arrangement is also called the closed packed structures. 8 coordination. Some atoms in metals are loosely packed with 8 touching neighbors or 8 coordinated. The first diagram shows that no atoms are touching each other within a particular layer. They are only touched by the atoms in the layers above and below. The second diagram shows 8 atoms, 4 above and 4 below, touching the darker colored one. This arrangement is also known as body-centered cubic packing. Crystal grains. All the atoms in a piece of metal are not arranged in a regular way. Any piece of metal is made up of a large number of crystal grains, which are regions of regularity. At the grain boundaries, atoms become misaligned. Physical properties. Melting point and boiling point. Metals usually have a high melting and boiling point because of the strong metallic bonding between atoms. However, it depends on the position of the electrons in an atom. If the atoms are large with electrons being far from the nucleus, then the melting point and boiling point tends to be low. Group 1: lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium, elements of the periodic table, have 8 coordination, because of which they have very low melting point and boiling point. Ductility and malleability. Metals exhibit both the properties. This is possible because the atoms can roll over each other without breaking the metallic bond. Under influence of stress, the atoms start rolling, and in absence of stress, they fall back to the original position without breaking the bond. This phenomenon makes metals elastic. Conductivity. Metals in general have high electrical conductivity, high thermal conductivity. This is because the electrons in the atoms are delocalized. When electrons are not associated to one atom only, that is, they are free to move. Metals can be viewed as a collection of atoms embedded in a sea of electrons which are highly mobile. Chemical properties. Metals are generally very reactive and form cations by loss of electrons. The electropositive nature of metals allows metals to form compounds with other elements. Reaction of metals with other elements. Reaction of metals with oxygen and water. Sodium reacts with oxygen to form sodium oxide, and with water it forms sodium hydroxide. On heating, magnesium burns in air with intense light and heat to form magnesium oxide. Magnesium reacts with steam to form magnesium oxide and hydrogen gas. Reaction of metals with acids. Metals react with acids to form salts. Sodium violently reacts with diluted HCl and forms sodium chloride and hydrogen gas. Magnesium reacts with sulfuric acid to form magnesium sulfate and with HCl to form magnesium chloride. Alloys. An alloy is a mixture of two or more metals. Alloys are manufactured as metals in the purest form and are generally soft. In combination with other metals, the strength of the parent metal tends to increase. For example, gold is soft in its purest form and is difficult to shape and work with. Jewelers mix another metal, for example, silver, copper, etc., in gold to make it strong and workable. The aim of making alloys is generally to make them less brittle, harder, resistant to corrosion, or have a more desirable color and luster. Extraction. Metals are obtained as ores by mining. Ores are generally obtained by extensive research of the area that includes sample study of soil, rocks, and other minerals. Surface mining and underground mining are two different methods of obtaining the ores. These ores are then treated by various methods for extraction of metals. Summary. Metals conduct heat and electricity. They are shiny in appearance. They are ductile and malleable. They have a high intensity, melting point, and boiling point. They form cations by loss of electrons. Metals react with acids to form salts. An alloy is a mixture of two or more metals. The aim of making alloys is generally to make them less brittle, harder, resistant to corrosion, or have a more desirable color and luster. Metals are obtained as ores through mining. There are two types of mining: surface mining and underground mining.